Welcome to our podcast, Adrenaline Rush. What is it like to have adrenaline, and who are you when you have it? Go into adrenaline.
Now I'll be talking about the medical lens. Adrenaline or epinephrine is a hormone your adrenal glands make to help you prepare for stressful or dangerous situations. Adrenaline rush is the name for the quick release of adrenaline into your bloodstream. This gets your body ready for a fight or flight response. During an adrenaline rush, many things happen. Your pupils grow larger and you sweat. Your heart rate increases and the airways relax to allow for more oxygen supply. Widening of your pupils to allow for more light to enter. This helps you see better and is called mydriasis. Changes in metabolism to ensure blood sugar and oxygen supply. And lastly, slowing of digestion to allow muscles to use more blood. In short terms, adrenaline helps your body react more quickly to a threat.
For the scientific lens of adrenaline, I'm going to be talking about adrenaline junkies and what they are. Adrenaline junkies are people who are addicted to feeling adrenaline. They love taking part in certain activities that may trigger the release of adrenaline or epinephrine. This is mostly known as an adrenaline rush. These people often participate in intense, exciting activities that cause them an adrenaline rush. An adrenaline junkie is not a medical condition, just a term to describe people who chase the feeling of adrenaline. When a person becomes excited, afraid, or emotional, their body produces the hormone adrenaline. This hormone is responsible for the reaction of fight or flight. This occurs when a person notices or senses they are in danger. This hormone then triggers air passages in the body to dilate, allowing the muscles to receive a higher level of oxygen. The extra oxygen their muscles receive allows them to either flee from the situation or fight the danger. This is called fight or flight. Adrenaline junkies may enjoy this rush because of increased strength, heightened awareness, less feeling of pain, and more. After the situation is over, the effects of adrenaline can last up to an hour. Adrenaline junkies are known to chase this feeling they get. Therefore, they often include themselves in dangerous and exciting activities like skydiving, bungee jumping, and more. When a person undergoes an intense situation, the hormone epinephrine is released. Bursts of norepinephrine can lead to euphoria or extreme happiness. This is usually another feeling adrenaline junkies chase, a feeling of extreme happiness or euphoria.
Alright, so looking at adrenaline through a social lens, we can see that adrenaline shows up in many different ways and in many different types of people. But this feeling of adrenaline has been studied for years, and the demographic of people that it affects is actually pretty specific. Studies have shown that there is an increase in the amount of adrenaline in younger brains, like kids and especially teens, than adults and people whose brains are fully developed. The same situation will occur for a teen and an adult, and the teens are the ones that are most likely to have the most adrenaline rush into their brains. This is because teens specifically have what is called a tolerance to ambiguity. This is where teens do not care about the outcome of a situation. Whether it is a positive or a negative result, teens and young people in general just do not seem to care about what happens to them after they make a decision, due to this tolerance of ambiguity. Many studies have concluded that they simply just want to have the experience and do what they want. Though this is the case for a majority of teens, more information has come through and studies have said that even though they make the same reckless decision, whether the outcome is beneficial or not, they tend to do research and gain knowledge on what they will be doing beforehand. They don't just step into a dangerous decision without knowing what will happen. It's just that they know what's going to happen, and even if it will not be a positive effect on them, they still choose to do this so that they can have the experience. Teenagers know the consequences of their actions, but they just do not have the willpower to stop doing something dangerous, even though they know it's bad for them. The feeling of adrenaline that washes over them and the tolerance to ambiguity go hand in hand with the recklessness and behavior that is done by adrenaline junkies, and a lot of these teens, after repeating the same habits over and over again, do become adrenaline junkies.
Adrenaline is different in both genders. As the article says, in males, it triggers the flight or flight response, making where you would want to have a fight or flight response. But in females, it triggers a stress level response, where you need to be relaxed to turn off the adrenaline. Which the article says higher levels of adrenaline are in men than in women, and women have lower levels. In men, adrenaline can trigger the flight or flight response. The flight or flight response is an automatic physical reaction to an event that previously is stressful or frightening, like skydiving, ziplining, and extreme sports. Also in roller coasters and similar types of entertainment. In women, adrenaline starts anxiety. When anxiety causes a panic attack, your body releases adrenaline because it thinks it is in danger. These attacks put your body under a stress each time, making your heart work harder. How you get adrenaline rush when you are a girl is watching a scary movie, taking a test, public speaking, talking to someone you admire, or even crush. Adrenaline gets triggered in different ways in men or women. From what I have said, adrenaline triggers in male by extreme activities, but in women, it triggers a stressful position. Now going into the discussion.
You're all teenagers that have had experiences with adrenaline. Audrey, what is your personal experience with adrenaline?
My personal experience is taking a test and walking in and being very anxious and feeling like overly having too much pressure in my body and getting like chills and having my blood flowing and rushing.
Yeah, adrenaline can definitely make you super nervous before something important like a test, or if you're playing a sport before a game, you'll probably feel pretty nervous, and that's because of the adrenaline.
Yeah, that happened to me once. Like when I did competitive cheer, we would be backstage right before we went on to perform, and everyone was always really nervous, and it's because we had a lot of adrenaline. But then once we went on and the music started, then the adrenaline helped us to perform to our best and not get as tired as we normally would.
Yeah, it pushed you to use all your energy and like go full out.
Yeah, I relate to that too because like during a volleyball game, like before it, you see like everybody walk in and sit on the stands and it makes you so nervous and like all the adrenaline's like pumping through your body. And I feel like after like the game starts and you start to get into the flow after like a couple serves, and adrenaline really helps you perform.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that's why adrenaline is so important, because it does give us these feelings of fear and nervousness, but it also pushes us to like work really hard and do our best when we perform stuff.
Ari, what's your experience with adrenaline?
I think there are a lot of different ways that adrenaline has showed up in my life. Like, if you're at an amusement park and you go on a roller coaster, you feel adrenaline. You're scared, but you're also excited. Also, before a test, like you said, Audrey, I don't know, adrenaline shows up in a lot of different ways.
Ari, how about before a band concert?
Yeah, I definitely feel nervous before a band concert or during like marching band when we would perform.
Audrey, do you feel nervous before you do pole vault?
Yes, very much, because it's a one-person sport and it's all up to me to do my sport, my performance, and it changes a lot of my emotions throughout it. How has adrenaline changed y'all's emotions?
I feel like adrenaline can make you mess up in your sport and can honestly like push you to want to quit your sport.
Yeah,
So I feel like
overthinking.
I feel like it's like a very strong emotion and it can cause people to like not love what they do anymore.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people don't like the feeling of being really nervous or scared before performances. They like to be more relaxed. So some people don't like feeling adrenaline.
some people might even like take some like relaxant for
Like melatonin or something that.
No, just like relaxant. Yeah.
Or like a calming supplement.
I mean, melatonin could work because
Yeah.
it does calm you down.
Addison, how does the medical lens of adrenaline connect to all of this?
Wait, what?
How does
What am I even supposed to say?
how does the like medical lens connect to how it affects us, basically?
Say what you said in your.
Just be like,
Okay,
when it
I
goes
got
to your
this. Say it
brain
again, say it
and,
again. I
like,
got this.
and that's
Okay,
why
say it
does
again.
this.
Okay,
I got
3,
this.
2, 1.
Addison, how does the medical lens of adrenaline affect all of this?
Well, when we are about to perform or go to a competition or something, our body recognizes that and it pumps adrenaline into our body, which makes our veins open up to get more blood flowing through our body to help our brain react better and our
Oh yeah, no, I think I've heard that before. It
And-
helps.
no, that's
It like
true.
sends
It
more
is.
oxygen
Yeah.
to your like muscles
yeah.
to like help you breathe, like deeper. Like it sends more oxygen to
And
your muscles.
also,
when you're
a
feeling that.
chemical is also released behind our eyes to help us have better sight.
That's great. So that's like a positive of adrenaline.
Of course.
In my research, I found that a lot of teenagers have what's called a tolerance to ambiguity, and that's where they don't really care about the outcome of the situation that they're in. I don't think any of us have this, but has anyone experienced this where they go into a situation and they know that the outcome could be negative, but they choose to do it anyway just so they can have the experience?
Yeah, I definitely have done things that have put me through that before. Like whether it's going to the PSAT when you're really young. Just to see, to get the experience and to see how it'll be
Yeah.
when you get older.
All right. That's a really good example of that.
Also, for me, doing that would be for pole vault because I'm on varsity and there's a lot of people higher than me, and so you have to it's a good experience to see what it's like.
Yeah, okay. That's great.
Ari, what about you?
I don't know, I feel like trying something new and anywhere.
Something specific that's happened in your life. It's okay, I know you don't like to be put on the spot. It's okay.
Okay.
Not all
Here,
of us
I
are good
can
public
I can
speakers.
say
No, it's not
Ari,
like-
would you repeat the word again that is behind the definition?
It's tolerance to ambiguity.
Tolerance to ambiguity.
Yeah.
Okay, I feel like I've felt that before. Actually, we're cutting that whole part.
I think we can cut it off after Audrey did her.
I just felt
And-
bad after
okay,
that.
now we should do
No, I think we need to keep Ari's part in to show that not everyone's good as I am. That's
Oh,
all.
okay. I think we're also have all of the
Wait,
time that
don't we need to talk about?
And then we need
Me
to
and
do
Audrey both flexed on y'all.
we need to do the outro.
Oh yeah. The outro, isn't that where
We just do like a summary of each one.
Okay.
We can say like summary of the medical lens is that adrenaline is another name for whatever.
Yeah. Okay.
Epinephrine?
Yeah.
To sum everything up, through the medical lens, adrenaline is another name for epinephrine. During an adrenaline rush, your body puts you into fight or flight.
During the scientific lens, adrenaline junkies chase this euphoric feeling no matter what. They will risk anything just to feel the adrenaline rush. They usually partake in dangerous and thrilling activities to get that feeling.
To sum up the social lens of adrenaline, teens are the most affected group of people due to something called a tolerance to ambiguity, which is where the outcome of decisions doesn't matter to someone, only the experience. This is most present in teens, so they are the ones that crave the adrenaline the most and will do anything to get it.
What you learned about the gender side of adrenaline is adrenaline triggers in the males an active the fight or flight response. In women's, it triggers more of a stressful position. Thank you for listening to our podcast. Have a great day. Bye.